Hey yo everyone, this is a Happy Anime Cafe manager here with another walkthrough episode for the game Phoenix Wright Attorney. Alright, Gant Damon is just giving his testimony. Let's see, that was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Something didn't happen at the police department too, did it? You got that look in your eyes, Wright, my boy. Sharp, hungry. Chief, did something happen? And why haven't I heard? Why haven't you heard? Or why didn't you ask? I'm going to refrain from voice acting for a while. It's starting to wear on my throat. No matter, I understand. You were busy with the Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? A detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Udgy? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested. That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Wright. I suppose I could help. If you help by giving me data on your case. Ooh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Where was the victim found? How the victim was killed. Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we in the force call a stabbing with a knife. Knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. It seems like I'm going to have to press this a bit harder. The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? But 5:15? But that's when the Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Huh! Coincidence? This is just my gut feeling. So I say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. It's not officially linked to this scare case, so I can't talk much about it. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand. Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove there is a connection, more power to you. Maybe there's something that ties two murders together. Whatever it is, I'd better find it and get to the bottom of it. Two detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that night, what was it doing there? I'd better check this knife out. Almost possessed the wrong evidence by accident. Found at a crime scene wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag attached. There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code, DL6. Maybe it's a case number. That's weird. What? I'll remember where. Well, I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court record again. found in the car trunk. Press the A button for details. 67512/2. If you turn this upside down, it would look like 2/21SL9. Wait a second. At last, an honest-to-goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha! An honest-to-goodness. What do you mean from the judge? This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL9, 2. And this is important. Why? Yeah, excuse me, I'm eating dinner now. Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7S 12/2. Your Honor, it's upside down. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? 221SL-9. I just explained that. What he wrote this note, he was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that is written on the knife's tag. Order. Well, Chief? Oh, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. So this knife was stolen. Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. It was in fact a murder weapon. Nice. Good show, Lowworthy. It was a murder weapon as it happened. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the same day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. Anyway, even though I even though I got a penalty from before, all my penalties has been restored in this portion of the trial. How can you say there's no connection? How? Better check this knife and find out. The witness's statement is clearly false, Your Honor. Yeah, I know I fucked up. I'm sorry, I can see nothing faulty. Unfortunately, I will have to penalize you, Mr. Wright. I must be on the wrong track. part really has me stumped. Record of parking in the prosecutor's office lot. Entered the lot at 5:12 p.m. Miles Edwards, 1712. That's 5:12 p.m. This is dated on the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edwards parked his car. If only you was held up at a couple of extra red lights, you wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair, perhaps. It just goes to show you never know what will happen if you run a yellow light. What? Fuck you. So this night, on the day of the murder. Yep, nice. There is a connection there. Maybe not the best way during that part of the test. Best way to show evidence in that part of the testimony. I mean, I only got through this part once. I mean, this was really hard for me to figure out. I mean, I promised myself I wouldn't look up for a hint on ever again. I just gotta find the stuff on my own. I mean, for this game anyway. Not officially linked to this case. So it's not officially linked to this case. See what a mess. There's gotta be something linked into this case. Great, there goes my fourth chance. So I have one. So I'm treading on thin ice here. When the victim died. Where was the victim found? So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second, I've heard of that. The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in the testimony just now? The knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. What? So I can see nothing faulty. Unfortunately, no. Another game over. That's enough. That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. The defense has failed to give the court sufficient reason to doubt the prosecution's claim. This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately. To be held in pending trial at the higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned. I'm glad to end this episode a little sooner because my folks are coming home. I'm kind of running in circles until I gain some leverage. Once I learn about the evidence room. So I just have to do these things in order, huh? So I'm going back to where I have started. The evidence room. Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? This knife was evidence in a case that it was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's a connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. Oh, so I just have to press him. That's how it's supposed to be done. Damn. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Huh? You don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is the place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had written down the numbers on the knife evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed, there do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Oh well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. The victim's ID number. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 584-2189. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82. I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, how does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department. This tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think, meaning, it has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you? Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID 5842189. The name and ID number are written here. Detective Bruce Goodman. ID number 5842189. I wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. What else would they use? Letters, silly. There's a reason why we have a written language in the first place. True. Detective Bruce Goodman, ID Yabba Dab. Well, Bruce, he does kind of remind me of Fred Flintstone. Yabba Dabba Doo! See? Wouldn't that be better? Yabba Dab. Well, it does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point. It doesn't take much to amuse her. Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just, I got confused. And this is news. Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. The police department, the prosecutor's office, 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney. Remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, the ID number we heard from the chief earlier, that started off with 82. I forgot it. You even got the first number wrong. The number of the chief of the police gave us was 5842189. Well, wait a second, Mr. Wright. Wait a second, Wright. What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as a tack, Righto. Sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at the 515 in the underground parking lot. Man, this is taking longer than I thought, so anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, to be continued, baby.